Hello, Fat Grandma here. My lighting may change during this video. I've got a window open right now that I may have to close. The chickens are making a ton of noise, and I don't know if that's going to end up on the sound. So, anyway, I wanted to get some fresh air in here though. So I opened the window. But again, the lighting may change. If you haven't been here before, my name is Paula. I have a very small eBay store. I occasionally also sell on Poshmark, and I do a video about once a week to talk about my solds. And this video is going to start out a little bit different. So if you're here for the solds, I'll put a stamp up here when I'm going to break into that. The first thing I wanted to talk about is the problems that a lot of sellers are having with search on eBay. And I have filed a ticket. I know a lot of people, I went to the community message boards, and there's a lot of posts there, a lot of threads that were started that have been, this seems to have been going on since about the beginning of January. I don't know if it's been going on longer than that, and I missed a thread. Even when you search for threads regarding the search, you don't find all of them. So um, I don't know exactly what happened, but I'm searching things in my seller hub. I'm searching for things in my store. I'm not finding them. Other people responded to me on the thread that I started in the community and said that they also were not finding things that the search words that they were using. Anyway, I did a screen grab so that I could show you guys exactly what's happening. It's only one example. It's one very small example. This is happening a lot. It's not just this one item, but I wanted to show you guys what's happening to me and see if it's happening to anyone else. So I'm going to insert that here, and then I will wrap up this part of the video and move on to my solds. But I wanted you guys to see what's going on, what's happening to me when I'm looking for things. And if it's happening to you, please get in touch with eBay help or support. File a ticket, have them file a ticket. Be persistent, because they're not going to fix this unless a lot of us are yelling at them about it, because people have been filing tickets and complaining about this since January, and they still haven't fixed it. So we need to be a very strong voice. We're the reason, not me in particular, because I hardly sell anything, but sellers in general are the reason that eBay exists. And without the sellers and without the buyers, there's no eBay. So, if we're paying for store fees, the functions that we're supposed to have access to should be working. And if they don't work, get it fixed. Don't wait 3 months. We're in March now, and this has been going on since at least January. That's not okay. They need to fix it. And I've many, many years ago, I built my own websites for, people that I worked for and things like that. This is back in the days of HTML and stuff. So, granted, it's antiquated, but we used to have search features on our websites, and I set them up. It's not that hard to do. I don't know what the problem is. At least back in the day, it wasn't that hard to set up a search so that if specific things were put into it, those things that were, if that word was mentioned on the website anywhere, that item would show up, or that page would show up. It had to do with real estate back when I was doing it, but still, it's a different animal, but it's still the same, same thing. Anyway, so I'm going to put the clip in. You guys can watch that, and then I'll move on to my solds. If I'm in my store and I search the word, let's see, what word do I want to use? Quail. Okay, search the word quail. Nothing shows up. And I've got 2 items in my store that have the word quail in the item name. And if I switch this and search paperweight, I still get nothing. And I've got 2 items that have the word paperweight in them. Now, if I put a space in between paperweight and search, these 2 things come up. If I put in the word brass, I get the quail that I was looking for. See, the word quail is in there. But it's not working. It's not working like it's supposed to, and it does the same thing in my store. Excuse me. If I go into my store and I search for an item because I want to make changes to it or whatever, if I search the word quail, I get nothing. Now, if I search the word guinea, I will get both items that I have in my store that have the word quail in the title. There it is there, and there it is there. This is just one example. This is just one thing, very small example of what's going on with the search not working inside my store, inside my seller hub. You know, it's not working like it's supposed to. If I search the word ornament, it gets even more interesting. I'll get a bunch of ornaments, but I also get things like this. Nightmare Before Christmas tablecloth. The word ornament is not in here anywhere. Nowhere is the word ornament. And there's another one. And if I go down here, there's going to be another item that shows up that does not have the word ornament. I don't know which one it was, but there's another item that shows up. I don't want to drag this out too long, but I just wanted you guys to see what's happening. Oh, this. It's a Lefton bear on a holly belt. The word ornament is not in this item name anywhere, but it shows up when I search the word ornament. So, yeah, it's, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys an example of what's happening for me. I don't know about anybody else, but, you know, maybe you guys can check your stores, look for certain things, see if your search is actually working the way it's supposed to. If it's not, maybe contact eBay, file a ticket, because that's what I did. And the more of us that do that, you know, the more likely it is that they'll actually do something about this. Because if this is happening to us, it's happening to our buyers. And, you know, that could be part of the reason we're not getting the sales that we should be getting. Okay, I'm back. I hope all of that made sense and you guys could see. For some reason, my cursor wasn't showing up on the screen. I must have my settings wrong on my screen grabber, so it doesn't show the cursor. I was trying to point things out, but hopefully you could see what I was talking about. I'm sorry about the noise. I have my ice maker going, so that's making sounds. You guys are going to possibly hear chickens and the ice machine. Anyway, so I'm going to get into my sales now. I had an average amount this week, and like a normal amount of sales for me, kind of, and not a lot of money again, but a couple of decent sales. So not all is not lost, you know. The first sale was a Harley Davidson wiener dog, 14-inch. She was wearing a helmet. And it was cute. It came in a lot of things that I purchased through an auction. It's already paid for. I only sold him for $7.59. He was on sale. And I'm running a 5% off everything in my store sale for the month of March. So anyway, he sold for $7.59 and it was $20.28 with shipping. So shipping added quite a bit to that. But he's out of here and, you know, that's good. The next item I sold, and I could not believe how long this sat in my store. This was a personal item of mine that I just decided to go ahead and sell because I'm not going to have knickknacks anymore. And it was a miniature pewter knight fighting a dragon, you know, dragon slayer. And it was very small. It wasn't very big. And it sold for $12.82 on sale. And with shipping, it was $18.69. I've had this item listed for a long time, like, I don't even know, 10 months probably. Had a lot of watchers off and on. No one ever bit. Finally, someone did. So, yay, it's gone. The next item I sold, this was this was a bad purchase. It wasn't really Okay, I didn't purchase this on purpose to sell on eBay. Before Christmas, my mom and her twin sister used to send each other M&M things. M&M, you know, like the Christmas M&M items that they came out with every year. Well, they stopped doing that a few years ago, and she's been having trouble finding things for my aunt, her twin. And so I happened to be at Walgreens, and they had some TY squishy beanies, and I bought 3 of them. And I thought, well, maybe she can pick one, you know, to give to her sister. So she did, and I had the other 2, and I kept meaning to take them back. I had the receipt, kept forgetting. Well, 30 days went by, and I couldn't return them anymore. So I went ahead and listed them on eBay. I didn't even break even on this. I lost a little bit, but it wasn't enough for it to really matter. I'm just glad it's gone. I've got one more still in my store. Anyway, I sold the TY squishy beanies. The character is Slush. It was a husky dog. Um, this was a large 14-inch squishy beanie, and it sold for 17.09, and with tax it was 28.64. But after eBay fees and stuff, I think I ended up losing like 50 cents or something. I was like, whatever, it's out of here. And because I can't take it back, you know, I was stuck selling it, and I still got another one I need to get rid of. It'll sell. It's going to take time, you know. The next item I sold was a porcelain water pitcher, pansies. It had a long spout. The maker name was Marilee Pottery, and it was handcrafted in England. I found this, I don't even know, it had to be 9 months ago or so at one of the thrift stores that I used to go to, and I just thought it was really pretty. And so I picked it up. I think I paid $1 for it. It has been listed so long, and I couldn't believe it because it's really pretty. And I don't know. I shop when I pick things up. I pick up things that I like, and I have to hope someone else will like them as well. I finally found someone that liked this. So they spent $10 on it, and with shipping, it was 23.56. So you know, I made some profit on it, but not a lot, but it's okay, you know, and it's gone now, and hopefully they will enjoy it because it really is a very pretty item. The next item I sold, and this came in an auction lot that has already been paid for, was a Hotai standing Buddhist happy monk, Japanese blue and white porcelain, 9.5 inch tall figure. And I've had him listed for a couple of months now, and no one even I had no watchers, nothing, and all of a sudden it just sold. So he sold for 16.99, and with shipping it was 34.55. The shipping was a big chunk. But he is gone now, and he's on his way to New York. So I'm hoping that he makes it there in one piece because I packed this thing up. I wrapped it in bubble wrap, put it in a very tight box, and then I wrapped that little box, or the smaller box, in a bunch of layers of bubble wrap and put that into a bigger box. So hopefully he makes it there in one piece because he's going a long distance. Let's see, the others that I have going, these have not been boxed up yet. The next item that sold was a You Are My Sunshine throw pillow. It's got a washable zipper cover, and it's 16 by 16. Sold for $7.59, and with shipping, it was $20.73. I had this pillow. This is one of the things that my granddaughter had in her room when they were still living here in Arizona, and I'd gotten this for her. And, you know, she went through all of her stuff, and anything she didn't want to take with her, I'm getting rid of because I don't have anywhere to put it. So it is sold now. Someone else can enjoy it. The next item I sold, and this wasn't listed too long, only a couple weeks maybe, and it was mahjong. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Mahjong, that game, you know, with a little, I don't know. Anyway, it was a mug. It was a coffee, tea, ceramic. It was pastels, blue, pink, green, and it was kind of funny. It had a little saying on the inside. I'll post a picture up here so you guys can see what it said on the inside. But anyway, that mug I paid $1 for, and it sold for $11, and it was $23.38 with shipping. I'm assuming this is a gift for someone. The last item on eBay. I do have a Poshmark sale that I'll have to go to, but the last eBay item that sold, and I just sold this today, and I'm so excited because this is such a pretty item, and I got this in an auction. I paid $15 for it, plus the auction fees and stuff, so probably maybe 17 at the most with all the fees and stuff. It was an amethyst purple cut to clear glass crystal bowl, sawtooth rim, and this is a vintage item. It sold for $51.39, and with shipping, it was $70.55. This item is heavy, and there have been some that have sold before, so I knew, and it's been listed for a couple months. I can't remember how long exactly. It's been probably 3 months I've had this listed. I thought it might sell faster, but it took a little bit of time. But, I that was a decent profit for a $17 item. I sold it for 51. I could have made more, I think, if I hadn't paid. I paid up for it. I really wanted it though. It was one of those auction things that I was kind of willing to pay up for it because I just really wanted it, and so I did. But it sold. I made my money back plus a little profit, so not too bad. The last item I sold was on Poshmark, and it was now I don't know, I'm probably going to butcher this word, Platzgraff. I don't know how to say it. It's Pfaltzgraff, Platzgraff, I don't know. Anyway, it was the small Christmas heritage canister, and it had the lid, and it was in mint condition. And there's no chips, no nothing, not that I saw anyway. It sold for $14, and with Poshmark, I never know what they pay for shipping or whatever, so I know my profit is $11.05 on this, and I believe this came in an auction lot. If I can find it, I'll post a photo up here. I don't know if that lot was paid for yet or not, but if not, it's paid for now. So, but again, I'll post it up here and let you guys know if I can find it. I need to go back through and grab the photos of every auction that I've purchased over the past year, because after a year, I think the images fall off of their website. I won't be able to get them anymore. So I need to take some time and do that, but I haven't yet. So anyway, that is it for my sales. I don't know if there was anything else that I want to talk to you guys about other than the search not working on eBay, which is not helping anyone. It's not helping the sellers. It's not helping the buyers. It's certainly not helping eBay because we're not making the sales. Now, I had a decent amount of sales this week for me, but I'm also running a sale. And I found this was weird. And I don't know if this has anything to do with the search problem they're having, but that Buddha thing that I sold this week, like I said, it's been listed for a long time. No watchers, no nothing. And I canceled the listing and relisted it. I didn't relist it. I did a sell similar. Within 2 hours of me listing it under sell similar is when it sold. So someone found it like right after I relisted it, when it's been sitting there for at least 2 or 3 months and no one noticed that it was there. And all of a sudden, after I relisted it and under sell similar, someone found it and bought it, So part of me wants to just, end all of my listings and do sell similar and just relist everything. But I've got 400 and I don't even know how many items I have in my store right now. 415 items. So then that means I would hardly be able to list anything else this month, or I would go over my limit for my store level. I think I have 500 as the limit on the things. Maybe I'll just go through and relist things that I want people to notice. I don't know. I'm not sure how to handle this. But it was strange that it sold so quick after doing a sell similar on that item when it's been sitting there for 3 months. And it could just be coincidence. But I still feel like it's something that's wrong with eBay, and that kind of woke it up, or it got a fresh start, or whatever you want to call it, helped, So I may try it with a handful of my items and just see what happens. Maybe I'll pick like 10 things that have been listed for a few months, and I'll end them and do sell similar and see what happens. If anything exciting happens, I'll do a video and let you guys know. One more thing, and then I'm going to probably end this. I'm going to go ahead and do the video to recap my first year of eBay. Um, and I'll go over all of the things that I sold that were like really good sales or something that a person might pick up if they happen to see it. Um, and then I will remind you guys of the things that I've purchased or picked up or sold that weren't worth it at all. And, I'll try to make it not too long a video. I think that one's probably going to show up in the middle of the week, though. So, Wednesday or Thursday, probably. Anyway, I think that's it. If anything else pops up or I remember something else I want to talk to you guys about, I will insert that here. Okay, there was one more thing. So, the ending of this is probably going to be weird, but I took my camera with me when I went to the post office, and then I stopped at a Goodwill that was out. It's the closest one to Scottsdale because I thought, well, maybe they'll have some nicer things that got donated because that's where all the snooty people live. So I had my camera on. I can't share any of the video because it was pointing. I wore my neck thing that I bought, and it was pointing straight ahead, so you weren't really seeing anything I was doing with my hands. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to play with it some more, and I'll probably do that around the house just so that I know what angle I have to have the camera at, so that you guys will be able to see the things that I'm seeing. I don't want to put the thing on my head, and I think there's a lot of people that do, but that just seems, I don't know. I can't do that. Wear a thing on my head. It's not going to happen. So I have to figure out how to get it adjusted so that it's at a good angle so you guys can see stuff that I'm picking up and looking at or whatever. Um, I only bought 3 items while I was there. I'm going to show them to you. I paid $1 each for these items because everything was really kind of high priced in the store, or it was large, heavy things that I didn't want to. I don't want any more big, heavy stuff. So I'm avoiding those things. Anyway, so the first thing that I picked up was this little guy. And it's kind of an ombre. The lighting on it, it goes from the darker color down to white. And it's a candle deal, like a candle holder. But it's got kind of this zuni Southwest design on the outside of it. It's really pretty, and there's no scratches or anything on it. It's very heavy though. This thing is heavy. That's going to be the drawback with this. But for $1, I was like, it can sit in my store and not sell for 6 months. I don't care. It didn't cost very much. I'm guessing I can probably get at least 10 for this, somewhere around there maybe 8. But for $1, I was like, whatever. And the next thing I got, and I just picked this up because it was weird, and it's a single little bowl, but it's got this strange design on the outside, and then this is what the inside looks like. So I thought that was different. I don't, this may just sit in my store forever. Again, it was $1, so, and it's Signature brand, which I don't know which store carries this brand, but if someone's missing a bowl, they broke one or something, I'll have it, if they're looking for a replacement. So I'll probably start this around $5, And then the last thing that I picked up, this was $1.47, I think, or $1.49. I don't know. Anyway, it's a trivet. It's a wall trivet. It's very pretty, though. And again, this is something that I'll probably start around $6 or $7, if that. And I'm hoping it's kind of heavy. I'm hoping that I can get it under £1 so that it can go first class, so that the shipping won't be outrageous. Because something like this, a person isn't going to buy if the shipping's going to cost more than the item. I don't think, anyway. But sorry I couldn't get any footage. It just did not work out. You couldn't see anything, and all you saw was straight ahead of me. And again, I've got to figure out how to angle the camera. I'll have to play with it some more. So at some point, you guys will get some footage. I just don't know when it's going to be. That is it, and I'm going to cut the video out now. Okay, I'm sorry. I remembered one other thing. I told you guys I was going to update you on how my back is doing and if the shots made any difference. It has done nothing yet, which is why I forgot to mention it. Um, I'm not noticing any difference yet, and the side effects seem to have worn off. I've been able to sleep the last couple of days, so that's improved. I'm just hoping that I'm going to notice something with my back. I'll probably find out tomorrow because I will be out running a few errands, going to the post office, and possibly picking some things up from an auction that I'm bidding on stuff right now. Um, so we'll see. I'll let you guys know one way or the other. When if something changes. But as far as my back goes, no news yet. So that's it. Otherwise, I hope that you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.